The seed of division is actually how we've been taught to be human beings. And unfortunately, for centuries, the long ago decisions of our many past ancestors have led to this insanity that we're living today. The seed of our division is the belief that we're divided. The belief that there's something inside us. Like we're taught that we have a soul and that soul can go to heaven. So now there's you and there's the soul. See how there's two things? The second we're divided into two like that, we become destructive. We're taught that our emotions are a separate thing that happen within us, and that these emotions are either good or bad. We're taught that thoughts are something that happen inside our head, and our thoughts are either good or bad. As small children, instead of being pointed in the direction of how to be a solid, awake human being who knows who you are, you're constantly distracted. Just think how we teach our children. From the moment they're born, we put things above their crib that to keep them distracted, to keep them from crying, because we don't want to be bothered to pick them up and hold them. We're too busy. But this has been going on for a really long time, just distraction, and being taught you're going to go to hell if you don't do XYZ. So we're split into this division, and this seed is ancient. The unfortunate thing about it is that you would think that if you take a bunch of human beings and you give them a deep psychosis, which is literally what this belief in division is. If you give human beings a deep psychosis, you would think that they would be less able to survive and thrive. Unfortunately, if you give human beings this psychosis of division and use that as a way to manipulate everybody into hierarchies, then we become very destructive to our brothers and sisters. I mean, that's literally the history of the world that we've been taught in schools, right? The Mongol hordes came down and conquered everybody. The Greeks had all their wars and they conquered everybody. The Romans conquered everybody and spread their empire. You know, it's just war after war after war. Because as soon as we allow this hierarchy to take over our lives, we become very destructive to each other. So unfortunately, this seed of destruction has been very successful, and we're all living with it now. But now is the time that we can start breaking through this, because we've come to this point where we're in a crisis. We really need to do something about it. We know we're in this crisis, right? And we know that somehow we're all participating in it so that it just perpetuates and just keeps going and destroying, and we feel like there's nothing we can do about it. But there is. The first thing we have to do is stop this division inside of ourselves. Of course, Einstein said it really great. You cannot solve a problem from the same consciousness that caused that problem. For spiritual seekers, what you need to do is stop projecting that on them and realize, oh, I have this same seed. I'm very liberal in my thinking, so maybe I'm a little less destructive with my seed of division, but you still got it until we can step out of this. So this is what all my YouTube videos are about. I'm trying to show you, yes, you can step out of it. First, admit that you have it. The seed is very, very compelling. It's been taught to you from the moment you were born. This is why I love non-duality, because with non-duality and enlightenment studies, you have to take your conceptual mind down to a place of complete zero. Because this place of complete zero does exist, and it's very relaxing and fabulous to be in. And you can break through everything that you've been taught and abide in this place of nothingness. And I want everyone to know that you can trust this place. I think actually that's probably the seed of division, is that we've been taught that we cannot trust ourselves. Yes, you can. You can trust yourself because you have this inner wisdom. And if you're willing to access it, then you can start learning from that place how to be this best human being. And then how can we start coming together as these awake human beings that can start putting together our world in a different way. This is spiritual healing, dropping that belief in the division of everything. We're so entwined and interrelated, and we can use that interrelatedness to come into our full human being self.